Today is Thursday, March 28th, and I'm wondering if you'd like to look into the crystal ball with me to try to predict the Major League Baseball season.
And now, a word from our title sponsor.
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fluent Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fluent Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to fluentfinancial.com or Fluent Financial's YouTube channel.
I have got to tell you about laundry detergent sheets, not dryer sheets. Laundry detergent sheets from the Sheets Project. Instead of dealing with liquid detergent goop, just use these small pre-measured sheets. Drop them in the wash. They dissolve right away. Leave your clothes looking great. And goodbye to those heavy plastic jugs. And where do those things end up anyway? Do your whole family a favor. Switch to laundry detergent sheets today. Just follow the link in the episode notes.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
It's opening day today for Major League Baseball. Well, that is if you don't count those 2 games in South Korea earlier. And let's not try to go team by team. Going to focus on divisions. Going to focus on maybe some possible surprise teams. We begin in the National League East. This is a 2-team division. Atlanta and Philadelphia. Atlanta has a terrific lineup and maybe the best bullpen in all of baseball. The Phillies can hit it, and their starting pitching is pretty good. The rest of that division, maybe the Mets, who have improved themselves in the offseason, and Miami and Washington. Look out for Washington being a substantially better team than they were last year. In the National League Central, I don't like any of these teams. Let's put Pittsburgh and St. Louis toward the bottom. That leaves Cincinnati, the Cubs, and Milwaukee. Milwaukee's problem is their owners put them on a financial diet, and that's cost them some talent. So I like Cincinnati's kids, so I'm going to predict them first in the NL Central and the Cubs second. But if you reach me tomorrow, I might have reversed that. Let's go to the National League West. The best team in the West, the best team in all of baseball on paper, is the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the Arizona Diamondbacks last year made it to the World Series with an exceptionally young roster. That team's getting better. Can they catch the Dodgers? I don't think so. San Francisco, San Diego, they just seem to be muddling around 500, and Colorado just wishes it could muddle around 500. So in the National League, let's give the playoff spots to Atlanta, Philadelphia, Cincinnati, the Dodgers in Arizona, and the wild cards fights will be the Cubs, San Francisco, San Diego, and maybe the Mets. Okay, let's go on to the more interesting American League. To the American League East. Baltimore won it last year. They won 101 games. And like Arizona, they're young and they're getting better. The only question about Baltimore, though, is their starting pitching. And will it hold up? There's been some injuries there. I would have made the Yankees number 2 in the American League East. But then their ace, Garrett Cole, got hurt. And only our good Lord knows when he's coming back to pitch for the Yankees. So now that opens the door for Toronto, which has a lineup full of bangers, and Tampa Bay. You know, Tampa Bay is one of the squirreliest teams in baseball to try to predict. You look at them and you aren't overly impressed. You look at their pitching and they've got 4 starters hurt. Shane Baz, Taj Bradley, Drew Rasmussen, Jeffrey Springs. But somehow they just keep doing it. They're a very low budget team. They get by on seeds and stems, if you will. But did you realize this team won 99 games last year? 99 games? Did you realize they won 9 more regular season games than the Rangers? Okay, let's go to the Central. Stop right here. I've got my surprise team not only in this division, because it isn't a surprise in this division, but the surprise team in baseball, the Minnesota Twins. Now, all this is predicated on this Twins team that sort of looked like a MASH unit the last couple of years. All it's predicated on being healthy, with Byron Buxton, Royce Lewis, Alex Kirilloff. Those are good players. They were all hurt for substantial portions of last season. If they're well, the Twins have depth. They have solid starting pitching. They have a good bullpen. The rest of this division, yuck. The Guardians can't hit. The White Sox can't hit or pitch or field or run. Kansas City, for what seems like the 20th year in a row, is rebuilding with kids. Watch Detroit. Their building program seems to be further along than Kansas City's. Detroit could sneak into second place in this division. Okay, finally, let's go to the American League West, where the Rangers are trying to defend the championship of baseball. You realize in the regular season last year, only 2 games separated Houston, Seattle, and Texas. This division is going to be incredibly competitive. And the 2 teams at the bottom of this division, the Angels and Oakland, they're going to be better this year, especially the Angels, managed by Ron Washington. We know what a good manager he is. And just like the Twins, can Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon and left fielder Taylor Ward and catcher Logan O'Happy, can they all stay healthy? But now to the top 3. Houston's going to be, in my estimation, a bit better. Seattle, in my estimation, is going to be a bit better. And Texas may be better. What a fight looms in this division. All 3 could make the playoffs. But in the American League, there are going to be 6 playoff teams. So the winners of the 3 divisions, and then the 2 teams that don't win the American League West, and the 3 teams that don't win the American League East, they're all going to fight it out for 3 playoff spots. And 2 of them are not going to make it. Who wins it all? Well, LA has the best team. But, let's talk about the best team in baseball. In the last 32 years, including last year with the Dodgers, in the last 32 years, the team with the best regular season record has won the World Series only 6 times. Jeez. The playoffs are a crapshoot in baseball. So, for me, I'll go with the World Series of the Atlanta Braves versus the Minnesota Twins. And if I'm right, you remember where you heard it. And if I'm wrong, it won't be the first time.
Today's episode brought to you by Fluent Financial. Retire sooner, better lifestyle.
and by Star Power. Love where you live.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, hit follow. And every weekday, a fresh new episode of Just Wondering will be delivered right to you. And if you enjoy this podcast, please share it with a friend. Finally, should you have questions or comments, please share them with us by going to X and our address at Norm's Clubhouse. That's Just Wondering with Norm Hitzges. And every day, I'll be just wondering about something.